One night, I wrote this when I was in prison. It says, one night I stayed up thinking about my life, thinking about all the things I hadn't done right. As I thought, I began to feel empty and knew exactly why, because as I sat in my cell, I saw life pass me by. Everybody wants to be cool and have riches and gold. Me, I've been in and out of prison since I was 16 years old. I remember going to school making good grades, having visions of being successful and getting paid. Then I started making choices that wouldn't help me succeed, like selling crack and selling weed. Next thing I knew, I was looking at girls with a different look. Then I began spending more time with my friends than in my books. Soon I was getting high and filling up girls' skirts instead of concentrating on school assignments and homework. So I went from getting all A's and passing to being the class clown who had everybody laughing. The teachers didn't like this, especially when they were trying to speak. So I started getting suspended every week. In 10th grade, I got snitched on for bringing a knife to school. Probably a good thing, because I planned to cut that food. 2 months later, I went to jail for something me and my cousin did. In '98, I went to the boys' ranch with the other bad kids. I got out after 6 months and still didn't know how to act, because the next year I went to Wildcat. The judge didn't adjudicate me, so I could say I was blessed, but the outcome still made my mama cry and began to stress. I still graduated high school, but instead of walking across the stage, I took my picture from right outside the cage. When I got out at the end of 2000, I moved to a different state in hopes I could turn my life around and learn from my mistakes. So I started working and saving money, try to get on my feet. But as we know, an apartment or a house and a car doesn't come cheap. Seemed like no matter how hard I worked, I still struggled. So one night, I decided I was gonna hustle. I began selling crack again and weed to get extra money. Next thing I was balling and getting love from the honeys. The extra attention and the lifestyle made me feel like a star until one night, I got caught at a bar. Due to some snitch and some weed, everything was taken from me. From that point, I was the black sheep of my family. Grandma was cool, but now I'm grown. As they say, God bless the child with his own. I needed money, so I went back on the block. And once again, I had a pocket full of crack rocks. Because weed was too bulky and the smell was too loud until one night, I got caught in the crowd. I was getting money and things were going smooth until one night, I was out too late making moves. The police scooped up on me and I gave them a fake name. They didn't buy it. I got caught in the game. The story goes on, but I told you enough for one night. But if you want to know the rest, you got to sit tight or you can buy the book, The Change Within Me. And one more I'm going to share in my letter to Christ. I'd like to say thank you for making me whole by freely giving me a love that's more precious than gold. Before I met you, I was out of control and didn't know my role. I was physically enslaved, mentally oppressed. I had one foot in the grave and I was consumed by stress. I had no reason to stay alive, so I found myself wishing to die. Countless nights I cried due to disappointments and numerous lies. My struggles seemed magnified. I was angry, and bitter inside on the verge of suicide. Then one day I met you. We slowly began to chill. You were easy to talk to, and your compassion was real. You began to share words I had never heard. You gave me visions of the life I deserved. This instilled value and took away my shame, which allowed me to break free of the bondage of pain. Through you, I gained the courage to make a change. Now everybody who knew me tells me I'm not the same. I proclaim the only reason I'm still breathing, no longer a heathen, devoted to cheating, polluting my body with drugs, because the same man, the same person who took away my hate and replaced it with love. So this letter, this poem, is to the person who saved my life by welcoming me into the kingdom of light, by paying the ultimate price. This is my letter to Jesus Christ.
Oh, she
Thanks.
Hell yeah, thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah, she need a litter. I ain't mad at you, girl. I done walked up here and got it. So, I'm going to give Miss Monique a little break when she had to run to her business. But I personally want to introduce this next artist because I might be a little biased. It's my nephew. You know, nephews fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, because he's talented. And you know what? It takes a poor frog not to praise his own pond, right? I'm a praise. Where the fuck everybody at? I hear one voice. I said it takes a poor frog not to praise their own pond, right? Do you not push your people? Because I push my people. Hold on. I'm sweating. Hold on. All right, that's a little better. Because, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and all you motherfuckers in between, I want you to put your paws together for my nephew, Dimes O. So real. Church. Hey. Yeah. Ooh, damn, she a fool with it. Damn, she a fool with it. Damn, she a fool with it.